Yo, yo, RX back with another breakdown of UFC 325, our second breakdown of the year. This time for Volkanovski versus Lopez 2. We back with another breakdown, our second one of the year, following a decent card last week. Not the same this week, as we have our second pay-per-view of the year already, right back into pay-per-view vibes. This one is, yeah, pretty shitty. Yeah, I think this card sucks. To be honest, I think the extremely weak card. I think the main event is stupid. I think most of the fights on it are shit. But yeah, I'm still gonna talk about it, for better or worse. Yeah, I don't know what else to really say. I'm just don't really think this is that good of a card. Few things on it I'm excited about. Sal killed, Road to UFC, Benoit. The rest fucking sucks. I could really care less about it. But yeah, we're gonna do it. Not thrilled about it, and UFC did not wait too long to bring out the garbage. But what would I expect when they go to Australia, where they always put garbage? Because they have a bunch of Australian fighters, just too bad they signed a bunch of shitty ones. So they filled up this card. So, I don't know. Yeah, fucking just not a great card. Again, they didn't wait long to get out the garbage. Not saying last week's card was great. Again, that was heavily saved by the main event. But yeah, this card's biggest weakness is the main event being stupid. So, you know, great. Yeah, I don't know. It's good to have fights. Am I excited for them? No. But, you know, well, it is what it is. I'm definitely more excited for the Royal Rumble, but, you know, and, yeah, I don't know. I'm just not thrilled about this card. I don't think it's that good, but hopefully it over-delivers. It is great, or good, but I'm gonna say I fucking highly doubt it. And yeah, first bad card of the year. At least already our second pay-per-view of the year. Forever the fuck that's worse. So, oh joy. So let's fucking break it down. Why not? 14 fights. Hopefully we don't lose 2 to 3 fights during the weigh-ins or the day before, like last week. Please, no one die at the weigh-ins or do weird betting bullshit. And yeah, let's say something, which I don't believe I am. I believe everything was to say before I get into all of this is, of course, the normal YouTube bullshit up. Now, of course, always, please like, comment, and subscribe. Join Sub's goal by the end of 2026, even if it's never gonna happen. I can have some fucking hope. Some fucking hopium. Just like I hope this card doesn't suck, but I know I'm lying to myself there as well, so whatever is what it is. And yeah, let's see what happens. UFC 325, second pay-per-view already. Oh boy. Let's get into it, shall we? 14 fight, Australia. I'm sorry you always get garbage. You ready to break it down? I know I am. Second breakdown of the year, UFC 325 breakdown. Let's do it. Beginning with the Road to UFC fights, which you should not overlook. They are very good fights on this card, some of the best on this card. As we begin in the flyweight division, they are going from flyweight to lightweight with their 4 tournaments and go in order as we have canceled. Did they already cancel this fight? Did they just fucking cancel this fight? There's no fucking way. That would be a first. I know. Did they really just fucking cancel it? Wow. As on cue, they fucking cancel it. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I'm recording this like right after the weigh-ins happened on Thursday night. So, yeah, wow, Aaron Dow missed a weight, which I did know that, but I forgot the Road to UFC rule. If you miss weight, your fight gets canned, so is that player in UFC now? Tao missed, and weird. Very fucking weird. But, Okay, then one less fight I have to break down. Good shit. Good job, Aaron Tao, you dumb fuck. Now let's get into the first fight of the night. Fucking weight misses, man. You dumb motherfuckers. Already 3 weight misses. This one's good at least. As we begin the night now with the Aaron Tao's weight miss, we begin the night now at bantamweight with our first fight of the night, our bantamweight finale, which is a really good fucking fight. I'm very excited for this fight. It's not the best one. It's very good though. I would say this is the 3rd best prelim. We have to begin the night at bantamweight in the Road to UFC finales, which you should not overlook. We begin with Sula Rangbo versus Lawrence Lok Yin Louis. Great fight to begin the night. I really think this is my main reason you shouldn't overlook the Road to UFC fights, because they're giving you really good fights like this. I know most of the time Road to UFC fights are shitty and no one watched it, but don't overlook these. These are very good. And this one is very good. Not the best one, like I think the next one is the best one, but this one is very good. 2 really good prospects. One very young one, a little older, but still a decent prospect. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be a really good fight, so let's talk about it. We're going for our first fighter of the night, which is weird to say, but sure, thanks Aaron Tao. We begin with the young gun of the tournament. Well, at least one of them. The other one lost in the flyweight bracket. Good job, Agulali. We have our first fight of the night, Sula Rangbo. 10-3, 20 years old, very young, the 2nd youngest guy in any of the tournaments this year, because they had Agulali in the flyweight tournament, who lost to Batbuyer, who we saw his fight at Cannes, so great. But yeah, so Rangbo, I believe he's cousins, nephew, whatever, to Sumadarji, so, you know, I already think he's much better than Su, but that's a low bar. But, yeah, this kid looked really good in the fucking tournament so far. Beat Peter Danso in the first round as an underdog somehow. That was easy fucking money. Danso was a can. And then in his last fight against Sim Kai-jong, he was able to go to full 15 and actually looked pretty fucking good doing it. Very good showcase fight for him. Showed his well-roundedness to an extent. Showed good cardio. Looked very good. And, got to win and get to his finale. Not the hardest road to the finale, because Danso kind of sucks, and I don't think much of Jong, but Rangbo's able to show he has the power, and he can fucking go to full 15. This kid's good. This kid's very good. Again, the biggest worry is him being 20 years old is very worrying, because how many times have these young fighters of that age actually played out? Not many. Raul Rosas, Corey McKenna, etc., etc. usually suck. Maybe Rangbo's that guy, which is kind of scary if he's that good at 20 years old, but I want to find out. He started off his career pretty bad, 1-3, and now he's fucking won, 9 straight, trying to make it 10 straight. Get into UFC, join his cousin or whatever. I could see it, man. Kid's good. Again, it was meant to be him and Agulali both going to the finale and doing their thing, but obviously Agu lost and got fraud checks, so Rangbo didn't make it. Excuse me, Jesus Christ. My apologies. I usually mute those. We're back. Back to what I was saying. Yeah, he's good. He did look good on the road to UFC. And if he's really legit, and this is his first real opponent, Louis is much better than the 2 guys he fought on the show. And see if this kid's legit. He seems to be pretty good. Again, being 20 is a big fucking worry, but if he's really as good as he has seemed to be, we might have a real problem on our hands. We might have a new road to UFC winner at bantamweight, so don't know how he's gonna do at bantamweight at that age. Good fucking luck. Let's find out. See if the kid's legit. 20 years old is a worry, but if he has a skill, that might even be more worrying. And then for his opponent, the CKB member, the one of 3 on the card, was 4 until Tao got pulled. His opponent, the also very interesting, decent-looking prospect, that is Lawrence Louis, the first hometown fighter of the night. 7-1, 29 years old. Another guy who looked very good in his, very decent in his first 2 wins, beating Zhang in round 1, where that was actually his weaker performance, not looking that good, kind of showing a bit of flaws in his game, kind of getting cracked a few times, and not looking great, still getting the win dominant, like, clearly, but he didn't look phenomenal in that fight. He did look phenomenal against Van. I don't remember round 1, but I do remember the knockout was very impressive. And, yeah, he looked good. He looked good. I don't love that Anthony Drolich lost down there. Drolich was a guy on Contender Series a few years ago who sucked, so but, since then he's won 4-0. Very young into his career, even though he's not young overall. 29 years old is a bit of a worry to be 29 and this inexperienced, but he has a lot of good skill. The best way to describe Louis is when he's on, when he's in his flow state on the feet, he is very fucking good. But again, there are times where his striking, where he's just not looking phenomenal. Like, his striking is very good, but we have seen times, like, again, in the Zhang fight, where he can get cracked, or he's not fully in his flow state, he's not perfect. But if he gets in his flow state, he's a very good striker. Again, being this old and not having as much experience kind of makes me wonder how far he could even go in the UFC if he were to win this. To be 29, almost 30, and be this young into your career is kind of like, okay, that's a bit of a worry. Like, at least Rainbow has a lot of time left on in his career. Louis, not that he doesn't, but it's like, I don't know, I struggle to see him doing the most if he won, but he does seem to be very talented, and, yeah, man, this is a great fight, so I think he's good. I do think Louis is good, but I can point out more little things, holes in his game, or problems I have with him that I can with Rainbow, which is not a great thing. I still think this fight's great and very close, but it's like, Louis does show a thing or two where it's like, okay, he's not perfect. Not saying Rainbow is, of course. He's 20 years old, he shouldn't be, but it's like, okay, Louis can get out of his game at times and da-da-da, so we'll see what happens here. I think Louis is very good, but is he going to be the better fighter here? Is he going to be able to get in his flow state and do his thing on the feet? I don't think any grappling's going to happen here. I would be shocked, so it's going to be a striking match, and can Louis get in his flow state and be the better striker and win? Let's find out. I'm very excited to see the answer to that question. I think this is a great fight. See what happens. The betting odds, though, is definitely something I have a problem with here. I don't agree with the betting odds here at all. Sula Rainbow minus 260 to plus 220? Really? That seems not right. I get picking Rainbow, but 260? I would have the odds, like, at most minus 130 for Rainbow, and I even think that's off. I would go minus 120, 125. A slight favorite, but not a fucking, like, giant one. I think this is the hardest fight to pick on the card, to be honest. So, I don't agree with those odds at all. It gives me O'Malley song vibes, and we saw how right I was in that regard last week, so... Louis is 2 inches shorter, but he has a gigantic reach advantage, 72 to 66.5, and he is the pick favorite. It hasn't gotten closer, though. I remember I saw picks earlier in the week, they were more one-sided to Louis. They are getting closer here, so that's interesting that the picks go against the odds here. But again, I think you go either way here and you'd be right. It's two really good strikers. Who has the power advantage? Both had knockouts, but I would probably say Rainbow has the power. Rainbow, not Rainbow, has the power advantage. Maybe striking advantage. Who fucking knows? That's what I'm intrigued to find out. Grappling, I don't think we're gonna see here. Maybe Rainbow would be the favor there, but I don't think there's gonna even be any worry or need. So. We're gonna find out. I'm very excited, and I guess I gotta give a pick here. So, who do I think's gonna win this fight? The hardest fight to pick on the card, in my opinion. It's such a great fight. Try to begin the night better than the Tao fight, so sucks that fight got canned. Who am I picking? I think Rangbo's the pick here. I think he's the pick here. I By a hair, I think he's the pick here. Louis good, but again, like I said, I could point out a thing or two in his game that's like, okay, Rangbo could get the advantage over him with that. Rangbo, nothing. He's not flawless. He's 20 fucking years old. Somehow he has more experience, which makes no fucking sense, but sure. But I think he's a hair better than Louis. I think he can do a bit better here and get the win. I'm gonna go Silver Rainbow by decision. Could I see a finish here? Maybe. Again, Louis did get cracked a bit by Zhang, and if he's not in his flow state, then his chin could be cracked. He can be cracked, but overall, if I just think Rainbow's gonna be a bit better fighter here. I think he's gonna be able to get to the decision here and get the win, and get me the 20-year-old, which is never a confident pick when the guy's that fucking young, but give me Silver Rainbow by decision. I think he's going to be a hair better here, because I think he is a hair better of a fighter. I still think that should be closer, and if you're picking Louis, I get it. He could get in his flow state, excuse me, in school as a kid, but I'm gonna say Rainbow shows he's good even for being that young, and Silver Rainbow by decision. So, not very much else to say there. Great fight again tonight. Again, don't sleep on at least this fight and the next one. They're both great. And, see what happens. I think this is a close one. I could see it going either way. Louis might school the kid, or Rainbow might just be that guy. I'm going for the latter. I'm going to the Rainbow by decision. Begin the night. I'm excited. Great fight. Great prospect battle. Great way to be in the night. That's why you don't sleep on the road to UFC fights. Give me Silver Rainbow by decision. And then after that, we get to, in my opinion, I don't even think it's opinion, just what should factually be one of the best fights on the card, the best prelim by far. We have the featherweight finale, which is just a phenomenal fight. I think the last fight's a great prospect battle. This is just a great fight between two guys who are UFC ready and level. We have in our second fight of the night, our second finale of the night, then this one in the featherweight division, a banger, the best fight of the prelims, and one of the best on the card. I would say the third best fight on the card. We have one I cannot wait for. Don't miss this fight. If you take anything away from this video, don't miss this fight especially. We have Cesle versus Keiichiro Nakamura. This is a phenomenal fight. I've been excited for this fight since it got booked after they both won their semifinal fights. I think these two are phenomenal. I think these two are UFC level. And again, if I could tell you, if any prelim you should not miss this Saturday, it's this one. I know it's an early prelim. I know you never heard of these guys, but you're going to want to hear of these guys before, and you're going to hear of them after, because they're great. I think both these guys are UFC level. I hope this is a case where the loser gets signed, and I cannot wait for this fight. It's the best prelim on the card. Fuck, if I had the powers to put on the main card and it wouldn't look stupid, out of place, I would. This fight's phenomenal. I can't wait for it. This is the best road to UFC fight of all time, skill-wise, and all of that on paper. I'm excited. Let's fucking talk about it. Beginning with the Aussie, the second hometown fighter of the night, and what a very good fighter it is. I would say the best hometown fighter on the prelims by far, and fuck, outside of Salco and Evoke might be the best one on the card. We have the first fighter in this banger, Sebastian Cesle, 10-1, 31 years old, gonna be 32 in a week. Went obviously 2-0 on road to UFC, beat Jalisha in his first fight. I think he's the underdog there. I know he's fight favorite. Jalisha, a finalist, that's the term I was looking for. I believe a year or two ago on road to UFC, so that was a fine win. And then in his last fight, he got a quick knockout over Cheng Min Yoon, which is actually surprising because he has like no finishes. That was his only third career finish and second knockout. This guy's good. This guy is really fucking good. I will say right now, maybe I'll be proven wrong, but I think this guy is the best fighter of this road to UFC season. I think he is phenomenal. I think he's very talented. I've said it a few times, and every time I've talked about him, I'll say it again. If I had to describe him as a fighter, for if you've never seen him, the best way I can describe him is he's a mix of Volkanovski and Gunnar Nelson. Whatever the fuck you think that looks like, that's probably what Sebastian Sesley is. From what I remember against Joey Sadly, that's what I remember. He has that wide stance, good kicks, but he also is a really good boxer. Maybe that's a terrible fucking comparison, but that's what I remember seeing. That's when I watched him fight Joe Isha. That's what I said in my head. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's like Vulcan Gunnar Nelson, which is such a weird combo. But if you really think about mixing those two, how good that fighter would be, that's Sebastian Sesley. This dude's a phenomenal striker, good kicks, good cardio, can go the full 15. He usually does, but clearly he has power based off his last win. This dude's good. He's 31, which kind of goes back to my point of Lawrence Louis of being a little old, but I think this dude has a talent where he could be something at featherweight. Probably not a champion, but if he would make top 15, I wouldn't be shocked. He is good. I think he's really fucking good, and yeah, I think he's the fighter of this season. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe he loses, maybe he sucks. But from what I've seen his first two fights, two times I've ever seen him fight, this dude's fucking good. And I cannot wait to see him fight here, especially against someone who is very talented, because he kind of beat up, I'll be honest, he did beat up tomato cans. I don't think much of either of these two. But now against someone who is really good, to really see how good he is, I can't wait. This guy's really good. And, yeah. My pick for fighter of the season. This guy might be one of the few, might be the best thing to come out of Road to UFC. This fight is the best thing to come out of Road to UFC. Let's see if my comparison holds true of Vulcan Gunner. And, yeah, this guy's good. But let's not have that overlook his opponent. I'll hype Sesley up, but I'll also hype up his opponent, who is also very good in his own right. The Japanese McGregor, even though not real to an extent, that's what he tries to fight like. He's not exactly like Conor, but he is, if that makes sense, better than some other wannabes, and he's not even a wannabe, he fights like him. We have his opponent, who is also very good, Keiichiro Nakamura. 7-1, 27 years old. This guy's good. This guy definitely made one of the most surprising fighters of the season. Like, you see him in this mugshot, and you're like, oh, who's this fucking doughy, like, 12-year-old? But then you see him fight, it's like, oh yeah, this guy's a badass. In his first fight, he was a giant underdog against Iho Jin Park. Knocked him out with a beautiful timed knee. And then he went on to have a fucking banger with Kyron Lee, who is very good, deserves to be in the UFC already. Got the win there in a war, shown heart, and he can actually have a fight and beat someone decent. Now he's in the finale. This guy's good. This guy is very good. He has another guy with a very wide stance, very Conor-esque. To an extent, he tries to be Conor. Again, no one is like Conor perfectly. If they were, they probably wouldn't be that good. But this guy's kind of like Conor to an extent. He's very good on the feet, very good timing with punches and kicks and counters, good power, good heart. Obviously, that Kyron Lee fight, he really had to fight. Yeah, he's good. Not the most experienced, again, only 7-1, 27 years old. He's good, though. He's good. I think this kid could really develop into something good. Even if he were to lose here, I think he could really develop into a very solid fighter. And if he were to win, then Jesus Christ, he's going to be a problem. I think when we look at Nakamura and when he's like 29, 30, he's going to be like, oh yeah, this guy's good. Hopefully, and if he does lose here, hopefully they keep him and give him a chance to build himself up a bit, because I think he's decent. I think he can really develop into a good fighter, and he's already a really good fighter. And who knows, he might fucking win here. So beating Kyron Lee, which I know was a guy who's lost a good amount on the road to UFC, but it's still a really solid win. That fight was great. And now we see if he can get the finale trophy over a guy who I think is phenomenal. Let's see if Nakamura can do it. This kid's good. Don't let this mugshot fool you. He's not some dorky fucking Japanese kid. He's good. And he's going to be a real test for Cezle. They're a good test for each other. Nakamura's already been tested, though, against Kyren. And Cezle we've not seen tested. This is going to be a banger. I can't wait. God, I'm excited. The betting odds for this fight have Sebastian Cezle minus 140 to plus 115. I would say that's about fair. I think Cezle being a slight favorite is pretty fair. I think the case to be made for picking him is a little bit better, so I still think any more than that would be wrong, and Nakamura has a very good chance here. But I'm not upset at those odds at all. I'm more than fine with them. Nakamura has 2 inches in height and 4.5 in reach, but Cezle 76% picked. This is gonna be a good one. Yeah, I'm going Sebastian Cezle here, but I don't think Nakamura is off the table. I think if you're just like Louis, if you make a case for picking him, I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna be like, okay, I could see your point. The only reason I'm not picking Nakamura, this guy just thinks Cezle is that good, and that just shows how good Cezle is. I think Nakamura is great. I think this is a great fight. I cannot wait for this fight. I think both are UFC level, and I'm so fucking pumped. But I'm going Cezle. I just think he's a little bit better. I just think he's that guy. I think Nakamura might still need a little more time in the oven developing, but he could also just be that guy right now. So I can't wait. Both should get signed more than likely. This is gonna be a banger, but I'm going the hometown guy. Give me the LC. Give me Sebastian Cezle to get the win here. I just think he's gonna be a little bit better than Nakamura here. He's a little more in his best form than Nakamura is at the moment. It's gonna be a great striking match. I can't wait. Watch this fight. And I'm going Sebastian Cezle by decision. I would be shocked if he got another finish. Maybe Nakamura could catch him and finish him, but I doubt it. I'm gonna go with Sebastian Cezle by decision. I think this goes full 15. Who takes it over those 15? I'm going the Aussie, but I think this fight's phenomenal. I cannot wait. And again, if you have time to watch one prelim on this card, pick this one. Trust me, it's gonna be great. Give me Sebastian Cezle by decision in the best road to UFC fight of all time on paper. I can't wait. God, that's a banger. Second, the best prelim, easily. And then we round out the road to UFC fights with the weakest of them. I was gonna say 4, but now there's only 3. And that is even more the weakest of the 3. Even though this fight's not terrible, but yeah, it's far from anything too phenomenal. We have in our last road to UFC finale, our third and final, with the flyweights getting canned. This one up at lightweight, I don't know why I thought these guys were middleweights. I don't know, I'm dumb, but these are lightweights. And again, this is probably the weakest easily is the weakest of the 3, but it doesn't mean we don't got good fighters here. We have in our final road to UFC finale, the one that if you did miss, I wouldn't be too upset over it, because you're probably not going to miss much. We have in our third and final finale at lightweight, Street Buddha Dom Mar Fan versus Frogman Sang Yuk Kim. Well, no one expected this to be the finale of the lightweights. These two are definitely meant to lose in the finale to other guys. One of them, they beat the other, got beat by someone else. But this is our lightweight finale. These were the 2 guys who won. And, yeah, this is... Again, I call this the weakest one, A, because the other 2 are so good, and B, because this is probably not going to be the most exciting fight, but... Again, I still think of the winner of this fight as decent. I think this is the easiest one to pick by far, and I'm intrigued. I'm still a little bit intrigued in this. So let's talk about it. Beginning with the hometown fighter again here, and again the hometown guy who is much better than the rest of them on these prelims. We got the Street Buddha Dom Mar Fan, 8-2, 25 years old. Looks a bit older than that. Went obviously 2-0 on the show, beating Yuji Kanik, I'm not gonna try that last name, in round 1, who was meant to probably win it all, who had a lot of hype, 11-0 and all that. He got dominated. And then round 2, Fan beat Jay Sean Park. And now he's in the finale. If I had to, another comparison, if I had to describe Donmar Fan, he is Australian Grant Dawson, with probably less striking. He's gonna take you down, he's gonna keep you down there and win. He did that to Ujic, he did that to Park even more. And, yeah, that's his game plan. Good cardio, hold you on the ground, win. His only 2 career losses are to Quill and Salkill, both by rear naked choke. Understandable them losing the same submission twice, maybe not, but losing to Quill and Salkill is understandable. Yes, as boring as he is and as annoying as his style is, he's pretty decent. If Grant Dawson can go as far as he can, Donmar Fan is not pretty much the same thing without even the striking ability Grant Dawson has, which says a lot. Yeah, Fan is not gonna be a fan favorite, haha, but he's decent. He knows how to win. He's not gonna be exciting, and it's not gonna knock your socks off, but he knows how to win. So, I don't know, he's, boring, and trust me, I'll probably shit on him as he gets deeper into his UFC career, because he'll probably win here, but right now, I won't shit on him too much, so... Maybe he'll learn how to strike eventually. If he does, if he actually got decent enough striking to where it really complemented his grappling, he could actually be a problem in the division with how good his grappling and cardio is, but let's see if he can develop that. And first guy win here for anyway, so see if he can. To do that, he has to beat the Frog Man, saying Yuk Kim. Someone who's probably even more shocking to be here in the finale. 13-3, 32 years old. Is this his second finale? Was this a finale against Rongshu? I don't think so. Was it a finale fight? No, so this is his second time in the tournament, and this time making it to the finale and past the semifinals. In his first fight, he beat Dachi Kamiya. Not a great opponent. Was that dude? I think it was. Oh no, he was actually meant to lose here. Yeah, this guy was like some fucking young prospect, and he's saying you beat the shit out of him. And then he fought Uri Ren and kind of just did the same thing Donmar Fan does, held him down and beat him. Now he's in the finale. I would say Kim is easily the worst fighter here out of the 3 finale fights. Even if the Aaron Tal fight was still on, I would still call him the worst, because he's not really much more than like a journeyman. Is what he seems like, very mid. Like, he's not great, he's not terrible, he's a good veteran. He's well-rounded, striking is fine, grappling is decent. He's perfectly fine, not a can by any means, but compared to the other 5 guys who I think are very good, he's kind of just like a journeyman made it to the finale because the guys who were actually meant to make it here lost. Although he lost to Jay Hyun Park. Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on Frogman because, again, Frogman's a great nickname, and B, again, respect to him for making it here, but yeah, when you look at the vast guys, you got a prospect battle, a battle between 2 very good UFC already guys, and then Donmar Fan, who was an interesting prospect, and then the 32-year-old journeyman. It's like, one of these things are not like the others. So, but maybe he wins here. Maybe he can fucking win here. If he did, it'd be fucking hilarious. He would actually be one of the better Pro UFC winners, because he's at least like mid and decent. He could easily beat a lot of the cans in the lightweight division, but he would obviously not do much else outside of that. And, but we'll see. Maybe it's his time. He's getting up there in age. Is he the one trained by Yushin Okami? I want to say he is. I know someone is trained by Yushin Okami, I think. So it might be him. And, let's see if the most surprising finalist of the year can fucking get a UFC contract as an underdog and win this. It would be a great moment. See if he can. The betting odds say he will not have Donmar Fan minus 150 to plus 125. Having Donmar Fan a smaller favorite than Sula Rainbow is insane. And I would have Donmar Fan borderline minus 300 before Sula Rainbow. Like, I would have Fan probably like minus 285, 290. He probably should win this fight. He's an inch shorter, 4 inches in reach, 77% picked. I think Donmar Fan's like the easiest pick out of the road to UFC fights. One of the easiest picks on the card. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna dominate Kim and like finish him, but I just really don't see Kim winning road to UFC and fucking beating Donmar. Could he? Yeah, Donmar is very one-dimensional at the moment, but I just really struggle to see Frogman doing that, so maybe he does, and I would be a little shocked, to be honest. But I think Donmar Fan's a pretty safe pick. Like, if I was doing parlays, I would definitely put Donmar in a very confident parlay. At that money, you would, fuck yeah. So, don't take my advice. If you want to do that. Don't listen to me. I'm on Donmar Fan by decision pretty fucking confidently, compared to the other two especially. Yeah, Frogman ain't gonna push over, but I think Donmar's gonna be able to just get him down and do what he does in every fight, and that's grapple fuck the guy to death. So, give me Donmar Fan by decision. Should be a bigger favorite. Could Frogman pull the upset? Sure, but will he? Probably not. And, yeah, give me Street Buddha to get the win and make the LCs go 2-1 if I get all my picks right. And finale, so maybe we get the upset here. Maybe this is where the odds are actually right, but I don't believe so. I could keep Kim. I don't see Kim keeping it on the feet and winning or beating Fan on the feet. So give me Donmar Fan by decision pretty confidently in the easiest fight to pick out of the finales. But wait, that's not all for the early prelims, because we still got one more early prelim beginning the UFC portion of the card, and I actually like the road to UFC portion more, as we have to close out the early prelims with our first UFC fight of the night. We have two guys who probably shouldn't be on the roster more than the few guys we just talked about, but they are. Speaking of road to UFC, someone who got back through the show. We have in our featured early prelim a fight that, is actually one of the better prelims, how shit the rest of the card is. We have at featherweight to close out their early prelims, a definitely shittier note than the road to UFC fights. We have Genghis Khan Awfully versus Yi Za. Yeah, this is definitely a step down from the road to UFC fights. Next 4 of the next 5 fights are. Actually, I think all 5 fights are a little bit worse than most of the road to UFC fights, but whatever. Khan Awfully and Yiza, what a banger. Yeah, let's get this out the fucking way. Don't expect me to waste a lot of time on most of the fights we have left, because most of them suck, so. Oh boy, I enjoy the road to UFC fights more. Let's talk about this shit. Beginning with Volkanovski's bag carrier, because I believe he turns to Volkan. That's the only reason he's on this fucking card, because he's fucking Turkey, not Australian. But, minor details, I guess. We have the Homer Town guy, and I guess, because again, he does train in Australia. Khan Awfully, or Awful is a better way to describe him. 12-4-1, 32 years old, 1-2 in UFC, made it to the finale of Tough, got crushed by Myron Santos, beat by Muhammad Naimov, and then got a shitty one against Ricardo Ramos. Yeah, Khan Awfully is pretty fucking terrible, I'm not putting it lightly. Yeah, this guy sucks. He's only still here because Ricardo Ramos is a fucking idiot who sucks. I don't think Khan Awfully is even close to UFC level. Comparing him to Cezla and Nakamura, because they're in the same division, they would wipe the floor of him, and it's not even goddamn funny. Yeah, he's not good. It's truly just that simple. Khan Awfully is not fucking good. He's short. His striking ain't great. His striking ain't great. His grappling is, Again, he's only here because I'm pretty sure he trains with Volk, or he trains with someone else. Yeah, he's not fucking good. And, yeah, when you're lost on Myron Santos and Muhammad Naimov, this says a lot. When the only ones you can get lately are Nathan Fletcher and Ricardo Ramos, which says even more. And, yeah, this dude is just not very fucking good. Is he better than Evil Aslan even? Yeah, sadly. But yeah, he fucking sucks. He's not even Australian, goddammit. Whatever. And then for his opponent, speaking of Road to UFC, let's talk about a winner of the show. The man with one name, 5 letters, Yiza. 26 and 5, 29 years old, one of many weird Chinese fighters who just have a weird amount of fucking, like, a shit ton of fights early in their career. Never fucking makes sense, but sure. 1 and 2 in the UFC as well. This is his first official run in the UFC. He made it to the finale of Road to UFC the first time he was on, made it to the finale and got robbed against Jiang Yang Li. Got on the show again, and went 3-0, beat Kyron Lee, which was impressive, and then has won 1-1 since, losing to Gabriel Santos in a fight where he just got his ass beat, but he did wipe the floor of Weston Wilson a few months ago, and now he's here. Yeah, he's ain't very good. He's very below average. I wouldn't call him a can, like, he is better than Con Awfully and a few other cans in that featherweight, but yeah, he's very below average, not really UFC level at all. He's tough, give him that for the Gabriel Santos fight, but outside of that, Kyron Lee win is really good. You beat Weston Wilson. He's not very good. His striking's fine, good power, grappling. I don't remember him grappling too much. Never mind, 14 submissions. What the fuck am I talking about? He's fine. He's a much better fighter here. He, just like his last fight, he looks much better in comparison to his opponent, so it makes him look much better overall. You know, he sucks in his own right. And, yeah, he's a much better fighter here, even though he's not that good in his own right. Very below average, but below average is still much better. God awfully. And betting odds agree with that settlement statement, whatever, having Yiza minus 210 to plus 170. Yeah, I can't really disagree there. Yeah, I wouldn't go any higher than 210, I think that'd be a little bit too much, but yeah, I have no issue with that. They're the same height. Yiza has a much bigger reach advantage and is 79% picked. He should win this fight. Not really much else to it. I don't think Conor Hopefully is going to beat him on the feet for 3 rounds. I don't think he's going to be able to submit him. I think Yiza is the much better fighter, and give me Yiza pretty soundly by decision. Maybe he can knock out Khan, because Khan sucks. Again, Myron Santos knocked him out, but I'm going to go decision. I think Yi should be able to just be the better fighter for 15 minutes, probably win a 30-27 or maybe a 29-28, and get the win here pretty soundly against a guy who just fucking sucks. So, not really much else to say there. Give me Yiza pretty easily. Don't see him choking this easy win away by decision. Con Awfully is fucking awful, and yeah, give me Yiza and a layup to end the prelims with a shitty fight. Boy. And that's that for the early prelims. 3 road UFC fights, 2 pretty decent, 1 kinda and then a shitty UFC fight to end it. Still was sorry for lost the Iron Tao fight, cause A, that'd been a fun fight, and B, now I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do with that. But, you know, yeah, it just sucks to lose a fight in general. No, if there was a different fight on this card, but whatever. And, yeah, pretty fine early prelims again to get 2 really good road UFC fights out of it. Can't complain. Other 2 fights could be decent. And, yeah, pretty decent way to start the card. Much better early prelims than the actual prelims. Speaking of them, I guess we gotta sadly talk about them. Big thing, we begin with the best one of the 4 to begin it, so let's get into it. 4 down, 4 more prelims to go. 3 of them shit. We forgot the best one to start it. Beginning with the first prelim of the night on the actual prelims, however the fuck that works. we have the best non-road to UFC prelim. I would say it should be on the main card over to Ivaza, but you know, whatever. We have that welterweight fight rebooked from a few months ago. Actually, I don't think I broke this down because it got canned right before I had a chance to. I guess this will be the first time I break it down. Second time the charm having this fight happen. We have to begin the prelims. Jonathan, the captain, the caliph, versus the Welsh gangster, Obon Elliott. Very decent fight here. Should be the featured prelim, but UFC's fucking stupid. Second time's the charm for this fight happening. This was originally booked to happen on the Carlos Alberg card a few months ago. Got canned because Obon fucking got scared or whatever. And now it's happening here, so let's see what happens. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Very much else to say. Again, of the hometown guy, a very decent prospect at welterweight. The Aussie Johnson McAuliffe, I believe, a Robert Whittaker training partner, if I'm not mistaken. 8-1, 26 years old, 1-0 in the UFC, coming out Contender Series. In the UFC debut, he looked really good against Kevin Jusay as an underdog when Jusay was still in the UFC. He got cut not long after that. I thought Jusay was decent, but clearly he's not. Now he's getting KO'd by Cans and PFL. But, you know, whatever. That was the sad part for McAuliffe. That was a year ago almost, and took been a year away. Back now. Yeah, really can't say too much about McAuliffe because I only seen him fight twice in Contender Series where he submitted that Otto guy in 3 minutes and looked fine, and then the Jusay fight where he scored him for 15 minutes and looked really good. So from all I've seen from him so far, he looks pretty decent. Don't love a random loss to the Maiden Bates guy a few years ago, but you know, whatever, shit happens. And now we see him against another prospect. It's actually funny, this is the second time he's fighting a failed prospect. So this one even more of a fail than fucking Jusay. So we'll see how McAuliffe looks here. Again, dude looked really good against Jusay. Contender Series, very good striking from I remember. I don't think we saw much of his grappling in that fight. If we did, I'm guessing it looked good. And yeah, this dude could really be an interesting prospect in this division. And he's not on the level of Australian prospects like Sal Killed, but dude, he might be in the future. We haven't got to see enough of him to really say if he is or isn't. He seems to be decent. And again, beating Kevin Jusay ain't the greatest one in the world, but not like Obon Elliott's much of a step up from Jusay. And yeah, McAuliffe is as good as he seems to be after that debut win. Probably should be 2-0 after this fight, but time will tell. I'm really intrigued to see more of the captain here, and let's see him finally beat up Obon Elliott. Long fucking overdue. Speaking of Obon Elliott, the opponent, the fraud, one of the biggest frauds of 2025. You know, that loss is aging really well. He's still got fraud checked. We have Chael Sonnen from Wish, Obon Elliott going into enemy territory here. Too bad he ain't Chael Sonnen. 12-3, 28 years old. 3-1 in the UFC, coming off Contender Series as well. He started his UFC career going 3-0, beating Val Woodburn, Preston Parsons, and Basil Hafez, to then get 30-27 by Seo Kyun Ko, which, as good as that is aging, it's still got fraud checked, and now he is fighting McAuliffe. Yeah, we probably should have saw Obon getting fraud checked as being writing on the wall. He did not look great against Woodburn and Hafez. He looked against fine. Good knockout, but no, I'm looking phenomenal. Parsons was a good win, and he was actually the underdog there for some fucking reason. And, but yeah, no, he's fighting guys who are not awful. And in hindsight, he probably would have lost to Ramiz Brahimaj, which would have even been worse for his fucking career, but I said he got Seo Kyun, and yeah, he had no chance in that fight, because now we know, oh yeah, Seo Kyun Ko is really fucking good. Yeah, Obon's not that good. His striking is not great. His grappling is clearly not good, because fucking, beat him around the cage, easily ragdolling him. Cardio ain't great. He's just not that good of a fighter. Again, he wants to beat Chael Sonnen so bad out of the cage. He ain't half the fighter Chael was in the cage, and that's not even being funny. He's just not that great. He's pretty meh. Very, like, he can beat tomato cans, but he's never gonna do more than that. And, again, like I said, if they rebooked that Ramiz Brahimaj fight, I'd easily pick Ramiz to beat him. And I'm not picking Oban to win this one either. Coming off getting fraud checked in enemy territory, not being that good of a fighter. Yeah, Obam Elliott, fraud Elliott. What more can I really say? Are the Whales ever gonna have a good fighter? They had Jack Shore, but then he got fraud checked. Corey McKenna? Walsh, even Walsh. Yeah, they don't have good fighters, do they? They have great flag, but shit fighters. Obam is another one of them. The Bangouts first fight have Mikhailov minus 135 plus 115. I think the odds should be wider. I would have Mikhailov for minus 160, 170. That actually annoys me that he is the favorite because he was the underdog the first time around. I was going to pick him and look smart when he won. And now he's the fucking favorite because people were like, oh yeah, why are we picking Oban Elliott to win this fight? So I was picking Mikhailov here full fucking face, and the odds have completely fucking flipped. So now I can't look fucking smart anymore when Mikhailov easily beats him. That pisses me off. Oh, no, Tapology is so stupid. Fuck yeah. Yeah, Mikhailov should be like minus 160. They're the same height. Mikhailov has a big reach advantage, 77 to 72, but Oban is the big favorite at 57%. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Tapology, you never fail to be so fucking stupid sometimes, and I love it. Give me Mikhailov. I picked him the first time, I'm picking him again. If Tapology wants to ride and die with Oban Elliott, they're gonna ride and die with him. Yeah, Mikhailov should win this fight. He's the better striker, can probably either out-wrestle Oban or keep it standing. Give me Mikhailov by decision here pretty soundly. He should win this fight. He's better than Obam Elliott, who just got schooled by another prospect. Now he has to fight as another one. Yeah, give him Mikhailov. Again, keep picking Oban Elliott, Tapology, making me look smarter. I'll jump all y'all when Mikhailov wins in the rankings, so I'll be happy about that. And, yeah, give me Mikhailov by decision. Should win. Better. Oban sucks. Same thoughts I had about this fight the first time. I have no different opinions about it. Oban sucks. Mikhailov should win. And keep picking Oban. Tapology. I'll have to take that underdog win to an extent. So give me Mikhailov by decision. Long overdue that he gets to beat Oban's ass. Oh boy, and then after that, I'm not gonna waste any time on this. I was gonna call it a fight, but it's not. This is a fucking clown show. We had the worst fight of the year so far. No, it's not saying a lot. It's only 2 cards in, and it will change, but yeah, it's pathetic. We have a super piss break between 2 cans. As we have our second fight of the night in the middleweight division. We have the worst fight on the card, and how the fuck can UFC even book this without feeling ashamed of themselves? We have Jacob Amamba Malkoon versus Torres the Punisher Finney. Yeah, this is fucking garbage. I'm not gonna waste much time here because this fight's a joke. Malkoon is the favorite somehow, minus 150 plus 120. I don't understand how Malkoon's the favorite here. He's fucking terrible. So is Finney. We all know Finney for the memes of just holding Valentine on the cage. I think both of these guys are garbage. Malkoon hasn't fought in almost 2 fucking years since that Petrosky weird win. Yeah, he's not good. He's only here because he transferred for Robert Whittaker. He is Whittaker's Blood Diamond, and actually I would say Blood Diamond's probably better. For Torres Finney, he's just a ball of muscle who likes to cuddle you. He's he's William Knight if you took away all his talent outside of He's William Knight if you took away all his talent. Well, if you took away his striking and just made him a grappler, if you turn him into Marab, if you turn William Knight into Marab, You have Torres, shitty Rob. You have Torres Finney. Yeah, this fight's pathetic. I think the odds are really weird. And I hate to say it, I'm picking Torres Finney here. I think he should win this fight. He has better cardio. Should be able to just boringly cuddle Malkoun on the cage and win. Give me Torres Finney by decision. Shit fight. Hate both. No respect for either because they're not fighters. And guys like these are going to be cut during this year if they don't start learning how to fight, because Paramount deals about entertainment, boys. You ain't entertaining, you're fucking gone. Give me Torres Finney by decision. They both suck. Next. Ooh, now we're really in the deep end of the pool of garbage on this card. It doesn't get deeper than this because these two are better, but still it doesn't get better from here. And next we have in our co-main event of the prelims, the legend is back. Well, back-to-back legends in this division. From Torres Finney to Cody Brundage. We have in our prelim co-main event another shitty fight. Actually, this one is much better than the Finney fight somehow. Actually, not somehow, anything is. We have in our prelim co-main event staying on middleweight, but these two are actually middleweights. We have Cam Battle Giraffe. He's not even that tall. Ralston versus Cody Brundage, the man who opened UFC 300, baby. Yeah, this fucking sucks. There's a Cody Brundage fight in 2026. What are we doing, man? Why are we seeing Cody Brundage fights in big 2026? Yeah, this fight sucks. Let's talk about it real quick. Beginning with the man who is only here because he's butt buddies with CKB, because he's not fucking good at all. The man who pretends to be tall when he's 6'3", Cam Ralston, 13-3, 31 years old, 1-0 in the UFC, 1-1 on Contender Series. Guess who he lost to on Contender Series? Exactly, great job. Got a second chance on Contender Series, got the win, sure, give him a contract, because if not, Izzy would be upset. Debut, run through Andre Petrosky, because that man has never learned how to throw a punch, and now he fights Cody Brundage. I think they might be babying Ralston a bit. Yeah, they're handing him tomato cans to get nice KO wins at home. Good for him. The second he fights anyone good, he's going to get starched because he fucking sucks. And, yeah, he's lucky he's with CKB, just like Blood Diamond. That's the only reason he's here, is because he's CKB's fucking friend, so he's friends with Izzy and Volk and all that, so good for him. Got you this far, got you some free layups against cans. I'm just excited to see him finally fight someone good and lose. Not very much else to say there. Next. I don't know what else to say there. Oh boy, if I didn't have much to say about Ralston, I have even less to say about his legendary opponent. The one, the only, the legend who opened up UFC 300, Cody Brundage. 11-7-1, 31 years old, 5-6, 1-1 in the UFC. What a fucking career. Since that legendary UFC 300 opening fight against Bo Nickel, he's went 1-1-1-1. That's almost fucking impressive. He had a no contest against Abdulrazak Al-Hassan where he acted like a little bitch to not lose. Then he beat Julian Marquez, the toughest of tasks. And the Mansour Abdulmalik loss overturned, which, okay, I'll actually give him that, was fair. And then lost to Eric McConaughey. Lost to goddamn Eric McConaughey. And that was the right scorecard. Some people called robbery. No, they scored it right there. Yeah, this dude's literally just the UFC's whipping boy. They throw him in there when they want to see him get beat up. Sometimes he accidentally wins, but most of the time he doesn't. He's fucking garbage. He's gonna go down as one of the worst fighters to have, 10 plus UFC fights. This dude is fucking horrendous. I don't know what Dana's love is for this guy, but yeah, he's just gonna get him killed again here because he sucks. And, yeah, why is Cody fucking Brundage? Can you ever think of a highlight he's had of where it's not him getting beat up by someone? Exactly. What a fucking kid. The guy who on UFC 300 here and be like, who the fuck is Cody Brundage? What a joke. The bad guys for this fight have Cameron Austin minus 360 to plus 280. Yeah, I can't really disagree there. He should be a decently sized favorite because he should decently win this fight. He is 3 inches taller because he's a giraffe, remember, and 3 inches in reach, 93% picked. And I fully agree with them there. Ralston should win this fight by knockout in round 1. My first finish prediction of the card, about fucking time. Yeah, Ralston should win this pretty soundly. For as shit as he is better than Cody Brundage. And, yeah, give me Cam Ralston by knockout in the first. You're fighting Cody Brundage, buddy. If you lose to him, you fucking suck. So, yeah. Give me Ralston by knockout in the first. You're literally on this card to get a nice win to pop the crowd, because you're going to probably get a finish. So do just that. First finish of the night, Ralston by knockout. Could Brundage win? I guess, but hopefully he doesn't. Fuck him. And, yeah, give me the short giraffe by knockout in the first. Not really much else to say there. Cody Brundage. Yay. The legend. Oh boy, speaking of legends, we have one to end our prelims. Thank God his brother retired or he would be on this card as well. We have in our featured prelim in the light heavyweight division. His brother might be gone, but the little one is still here. The legendary duo is still here in full spirit. We have to end the prelims with a banger, of course. We have a light heavyweight, a great featured prelim, much better than Michaela. We're in the road to UFC fight, said nobody. We have to end the prelims, Junior, the Juggernaut, Tafa versus Son of Susie, Billy Elecana. Who the fuck is Susie? And why is Junior Tafa still here? Now those are my two most important questions. Oh, and the third one. Why is this the featured prelim? They put this over Oban and Michaela. Fuck, I think the Ralston fight's better. Man, do I? Not really. What is their fucking love for the Taffer brothers? Yeah, at least Justin's gone, so it's just Junior on the card. The better of the two, I think. Yeah, you already know who I'm picking here. Let's just get this out of the fucking way. Being with everyone's favorite, Tuco Tacos' son, Junior Tafa, 6-4, 29 years old, 2-4 in the UFC. His only 2 wins have been Parker Porter and Sean Sharif. His losses have been Muhammad Usman, Marcos Rogerio de Lima, Walter Walker, and Tuco Tacos. Hell yeah. Yeah, he's shit. Like every Tafa, just like his brother, Junior Tafa is garbage. He has the same skill set as Justin, he's just smaller. He hits hard. His strikes are, I guess he's a little bit better of a striker. His cardio sucks. He has no grappling. He's a shit fighter. And the Tafas are maybe some of the worst brothers in UFC history. So, yeah, he's fucking terrible. He's a hair better than his brother, who thankfully fucked off into retirement or whatever. And, yeah, hopefully after this we finally get rid of the Tafas for good and ever. But I guess that's probably too good to be true, so we'll see. And, oh boy. Just fucking lose and fuck off. That's all you fucks are good at. And then for the opponent, the guy who looks like a goddamn top 15 fighter compared to Junior Tafa, the opponent who is going to win this fight, Billy Elecana. 9-2, 30 years old, 2-1 in UFC. His debut was his only loss on short notice against Bogdan Glushkov, right? Actually did better than a few others have against Bogdan. But then he did get better on full camps. He did beat Oban Aslan in a lackluster fight where he, I guess, did more. But then his real best showing was against Kevin Christian last time out, getting a nice club and sub. Nah, should have got a bonus for that. And now he's here fighting Tafa. Yeah, Elkana's not a world beater, but at light heavyweight, he is probably like a top 20 dude in the division almost. Fine striker, like not nothing amazing. He's not like he doesn't have the power of a great striker, and he doesn't have great striking. But he's not awful. He doesn't have shit power, and he's not a bad striker. He's just not excellent neither. He has a little bit of grappling. He has a little bit of grappling, and probably offensively we will be seeing it here, not defensively. Don't worry. Yep, he's fine. He's very. If light heavyweight wasn't a fucking joke, he'd be pretty mid. But light heavyweight being garbage, he is probably top 20-ish. So he's fighting Junior Tafa, so he's levels better than him in everything outside of power. And yeah, UFC's giving him a layup without really even knowing it. So not much to say. Billy Elcano. Like, if he's fighting Junior Tafa, you know he's gonna win next. The betting odds for his fight have Elcano minus 250 to plus 200, and that feels very low. I would have Elcano minus 350, 400. To be honest, he should win this fight fucking ease. They're the same height. Really? I kind of doubt that. Elcano 77 to 72 inch reach. I feel like we've seen that a few times now. And he's 91% picked. So if you're judging a Junior Tafa fight, you gotta ask, will Tafa get to knockout? If your answer is no, then yeah, he's losing. Obviously Elcano's a better cardio, striking, grappling, fighter. The only thing Tafa has over him is power, and if he can't connect, then he's not gonna finish him. And if Bogdan Glushkov had to rely on submissions to beat Elcano, I don't know what the fuck Junior Tafa's gonna do that. That's gonna get the win here, so I mean Billy Elcano by decision pretty fucking easily here. Yeah, I don't see him getting knocked out, so he should piece up Tafa to a 30-27 decision. Maybe even mix in some grappling. Maybe he gets a submission, to be honest. I wouldn't be too surprised by that. But I'm gonna say probably decision here, so yeah, not really much else to say there. He's either gonna submit him or just decision him. I don't see him having really any issue here. And yeah, getting Billy Elcano by decision. You're fighting a Tafa, don't get knocked out. Outside of that, you're safe. And yeah, pretty simple shit. Featured prelim, give me Elcano by decision. That's about that. And there you go. Those are the great fucking prelims. Mikhailov's a good fight. The other 4 are shit. Like, this page right here is why Aussie cards suck. They have Aussie fighters. Not you, Mikhailov, you're good. But they all fucking suck. Can. And you're not even getting opponents who they can, like, get beat up by real easily. He sucks. He's not great. He's the best of the 4. So it's like, where's Michelle Montague? She could have a way better fucking fight on this card than any of these fucking cans. But whatever, they want to save the Aussies. Actually, I think I'm picking them more. I'm picking them to go 2 and 3 here, counting Road to UFC. That'd be an extra 2 wins and 1 loss, so 4 and 4. So we'll see if that holds true. Mikhailov's good. Outside of that, watch Mikhailov fight. The other, and maybe Ralston, that'll be a knockout. The other 3 suck. And these prelims are ass, and this shows why Aussie cards are always garbage, because they have a lot of Aussies, just most of them suck. And yeah, this is right here could be an Apex card, and no one would care. So, let's get to the main card already before I get more annoyed. Oh, never mind, I forgot the main card sucks as well. Let's get into it. Beginning with the main card opener for a second pay-per-view. That's not a pay-per-view, but whatever ye call it now, numbered event, blah blah blah. You have to open the main card at lightweight, a fight that I'm actually scared for, because it might end in a murder. We have to open the main card. Lightweight, first of 3 lightweight fights on the main card, and all are okay. We have the best lightweight of them all, though, in this one. We begin the main card. Quillen Salkild versus Jamie Malarkey. Yeah, I'm concerned how this fight can even get sanctioned. Do I really need to waste your time breaking this down? Of course, Quillen Salkild is the pick in Lock the Night. This kid is phenomenal. Went 3-0 last year, was my pick for Rookie of the Year, beating Jubilee, Ashmuz, and Nazareth. This kid's fucking phenomenal. I definitely think his ceiling is looking to be like a top 10 guy in the division. He's the best lightweight on the card. And, yeah, he's phenomenal. I don't know what else I can really say here. He's great. Yeah, I respect Jay Malarkey for stepping in for Longju, which would have been a much better fight. Still a Salkild win, but much better, even though I would feel bad for Zhu getting his ass beat here. Instead, he pulled out, Malarkey steps in, and, yeah, he just signed his death wish, literally. Yeah, Quillen Salkild being anything under minus 2,000 is undervaluing him, and, yeah, he should win this fight fucking easily. Give me Quillen Salkild, lock the night by knockout in the first. If he doesn't spark out Malarkey within like 3 minutes, then I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Salkild. 98%, I don't know what the 2% are thinking. You're putting a guy who's known for having no chin against a guy who just knocked out Nazareth fucking Hakparas. Yeah, Malarkey's gonna fucking die. So, give me Quillen Salkild by knockout in the first, lock the night. Don't be a diva. Don't shit the bed like Gutierrez. Do your job, get the win, and get out of there. Give me Quillen Salkild by knockout in the first, lock the night. Should be minus 2,000. Respect to Malarkey for stepping in, but you're gonna fucking die. And I don't even say that jokingly. I am actually worried for Malarkey here. He might actually get seriously hurt. So, give me Salkild by knockout in the first, easily, lock the night. Good way to open the main card. And too bad it's not much else good on this main card, but it is what it is. Quillen Salkild. It's really fucking good. And then we get right to the garbage on the main card. Oh joy! I'm not gonna waste time here because I have no respect for this fight. And if I did the order of this card, I cannot, with any respect for the sport, put this on the main card, but whatever. We have our second fight on the main card at heavyweight. A fight I'm not going to even waste any time on because it doesn't fucking deserve it. We have a can battle for the ages at heavyweight, like most heavyweight fights. We have Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa versus Talishin Ikaru Teixeira. Tai Tuivasa on a 5-fight losing streak in 2026. Great. On a main card, still ranked. Double great. Against a tall tomato can who Derek Lewis made his bitch. Triple great. Yeah, this is fucking putrid. I would rather have a 4-fight main card than have this shit on it. Tuivasa have not won a fight since, what, 2020, 2022, 2021. 5 fights to get, took 2025 off because he turned into a fat fuck more than usual. Back now to get his ass beat again. Teixeira, this is garbage, but we saw him, what he could do to a fat Australian can junior and Justin Tafa. Should do the same here. Minus 340 is actually a bit low. I'd probably have him minus 480 to be honest. Teixeira should win this fight easily. Much bigger, better. What's a lot in the latter part? What's the reach advantage? 8 inches? Fuck. Give me Talishin Teixeira by knockout in the first. Get Tuivasa the fuck out of the UFC already. And, yeah, what else is there to really say? 5-fight losing streak. That should Teixeira is. He should win this easily. He is gonna win this easily. Give me Talishin Teixeira by knockout in the first. Easily. Next. Do we actually get anything good on this main card? Well, kind of. I think this next fight is a little bit overrated and overhyped, but you know, it's better. That's just how Go Fight's good, but it's better than Teixeira and Tuivasa. And next we have our featured bout of the main card, being our lightweight back-to-back to head into the main event. Before the main event, I guess a better way to phrase that. As we have in our third fight of the main card, our featured bout of the main card, being our lightweight doubleheader. This fight is the weakest of the three on the main card in terms of lightweight, but whatever. We have in our featured bout, Rafael Adaman Fiziev. I don't know if it's Ottoman, his nickname. Has it always been? Versus Mauricio One-Shot Rufi. Somehow getting fraud checked gets you a fight against someone higher ranked than who you just lost to on a pay-per-view. Sure, makes sense. Yeah, it's a pretty simple fight to predict if you have a fucking brain, which I have no most MMA fans don't, but whatever. We'll talk about real quick, not very much to say here. Actually, the most competitive of the three main card lightweight fights, which says a lot, even though this ain't competitive at all. That begins with the higher ranked, Rafael Fiziev, 13-4, 32 years old, 7-4 in the UFC. Very up and down run in the last couple years. He started to run. He took a loss in his debut and then went on a run after that. Being Marty Casey, Moicano, Bobby Green, Brad Riddell, RDA, and then ran into Justin Gaethje twice. Had a no contest with Gamrot because he blew out his knee. And then he beat Ignacio Bahamondes last year in a pretty bad fight where he didn't look that great. Was meant to fight Charles in October, where he probably would have lost, but pulled out. And now he's fighting Rufi. I think Fiziev's a bit overrated. The Bahamondes performance is not great, as you used more grappling more than anything. Like, of course his striking is decent. 2 losses to Gaethje have actually aged alright. I still think he's a bit overrated. I still think there's better unranked guys. I think Aspar Bovic is much better. But, you know, Fiziev is fine. I don't look at him as a top guy at lightweight, though, at all. I don't think he would stand a chance against fucking any of the top guys. So, and even some of the guys, like, I'd take Farasiam to beat him easily. But, I don't know, Fiziev's fine. When he strikes, he's decent. Grappling is getting better. He's fine. I don't know. He's nothing amazing and probably shouldn't be ranked. But it is what it is. He is what he is. And a bit overrated, but he's fine. Not much to say here. That Bahamondes performance was pretty lame, but he got a win. He got it. Not much else to really say there. People still pretend he can move down to featherweight, which is fucking hilarious. So, there you go. And then for his opponent, the fraud, maybe one of the biggest frauds of 2025, probably would have been the fraud of the year if Patchy Mix didn't exist. By the way, funny that loser got cut. We have the opponent, Mauricio Rufi, 12-2, 29 years old, coming off getting bitched out by Benoit Saint-Denis, which I think was definitely something we could have expected after. I said he was the weakest fighting nerd after the James Lawantop performance where he looked terrible. Like, Prata and Gene were always better, Kaio's better. Fuck, Vernon Brazil, that's good. Got the cool Bobby Green knockout. Cool, you knocked out Bobby Green in 2025, welcome to the club. And then Benoit bitched him because he had no idea how to grapple. Yeah, Rufi sucks. I don't know what to say. The next Connor, he's gonna be a champion. This dude fucking blows. Like, this dude's fucking garbage. Now he actually left the Fighting Nerds and now trains with Vulcan, his team, which, you know, that's gonna help your grappling. Yeah, he's not good. I don't know what else to really say. Yeah, the one time he fights someone decent, he gets bitched out. But he beat J.M. Malarkey and Bobby Green. Good job. He fucking sucks. What else was there to say? Fraud. The Bang Answers fighter fucking retarded though, having Mauricio Rufi as the favorite. I would fucking easily bet on Fiziev. Best underdog on the card should be like minus 190, 200. You should win this fight easily. Rufi's taller, and have bigger reach, but he's not good. Fiziev's actually the pick favorite. Yeah, Fiziev should win this. He'll be more than competent on the feet against Rufi, and then on the ground, if he has the same grappling ability he had against Bob Mondes, he should grapple fuck Rufi and win pretty easily. So, give me Rafael Fiziev by decision pretty fucking soundly. I don't know what the betting odds are smoking. I'm not high on Fiziev, but Jesus fucking Christ. How the fuck can you ever pick Rufi again after that against anyone halfway competent? You know, I do think Benoit is better than Fiziev. Fiziev is still gonna beat Rufi pretty easily. And, yeah, give me Rafael Fiziev by decision. Mix in grappling, get the win. Rufi sucks. Next. What else am I fucking really meant to say there? Fucking dumbass betting odds. We needed one at least. We didn't have any last week. We needed some this week. There you go. And then speaking of Benoit Saint-Denis, and speaking of lightweights, the co-main event of the evening, the only other fight on the card I don't think's a joke alongside South Cotton Road to UFC, we have in our co-main event of the evening that's going to probably be hard to watch if you're a Dan Hooker fan. We have in our co-main event of the evening, what probably should be the main event because it's much better. You know, I don't even think much of this fight, but it's gonna be fun, but neither of these guys are good. We have our co-main event of the evening, staying at lightweight for higher rank to lightweight from Mauricio Rufi's daddy. We have our co-main, Dan the Hangman Hooker versus the God of War, Benoit Saint-Denis. I wonder who's gonna win this fight. I really struggle to think. The guy who just got his ass beat 2 months ago, or the guy who's on a 3-fight winning streak of beating cans. I wonder. We can talk about it a little bit, even though it's kind of fucking pointless. Starting with Dan Hooker, 24 and 13, 35 years old, gonna be 36 in a few weeks. Just got bitched out by Faroukian a few months ago, not even 2 months ago. Yeah, he's washed, not that good. Went on a fluky 3-fight winning streak against no one that good. And now we're saying, oh yeah, he still sucks. I still say his career is destined for BKFC or DBX or something along those lines. He really doesn't have any UFC anymore. He's not that good to begin with. If you always remembered, he has some fun moments, the Poirier fight and all that. But yeah, and the scope of lightweight now, who does he beat in the top 15? Like, after last week, Patty would beat him. He might beat Moicano. Dariush would beat Chandler when I'm counting. By that, I'm picking. He'd probably beat Rufi now. Actually, even Rufi would probably beat Hooker now. Besides that, like, Hooker's just done. He's just fucking done. He's gonna take another beating here and lose. Not really much else to really say. Pretty self-explanatory. He's had better days. He's not it anymore. Yeah, it's time, Monk. Not much else to say. Is he the oldest dude on the... No, we have Volks on the card. He's the second oldest dude on the card. Ain't that great? To talk about his opponent, a guy who I still say is a fraud, but, you know, he's been able to beat up a few tomato cans. Oh boy. The opponent, Benoit Saint-Denis. 16 and 3, 30 years old, 8 and 3 in the UFC. Started off his UFC career, not counting his ass beating of a debut, going on a 5-fight winning streak. Nicholas Stoltz, Gabriel Miranda, Bonfim, Moises, and Frivola. Then ran into Poirier and Moicano. One of those matches makes sense. The other is, how did you lose that fight? But then he bounced back with 3 tomato can wins. Kyle Prepelic, Mauricio Rufi, and Benio Dariush. He completely ducked Joel Alvarez and any other legitimate guy who could have stepped in and fought him at 315 like a bitch. And yeah, now he's about to be on a 4-fight winning streak, and I cannot wait to see him lose to someone who's not shit. Yeah, I can't wait to see him fight someone good and lose again, because he's not that good, but, you know, he's been getting cherry-picked matchups, so good for him. Yeah, he can beat tomato cans pretty easily. I still don't think he has any chance against Max, Charles, Gaethje, fucking Ilya, etc. And yeah, if Moicano is destroying you, yeah, you suck. I think he's gonna get destroyed when he fights someone top tier again. But for now, he's beating up tomato cans, so good on him. The betting odds for his fight have Benoit minus 350 to plus 265. That almost feels too low. I'd have Benoit minus 500 to be honest. 8% picked. He's 1 inch shorter and 2.5 inches shorter in height. Yeah, he's gonna break Hooker pretty easily. Yeah, he should win this with fucking ease. I'm going Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout in first. Pretty fucking easily. Yeah, if he wants to, he can take him down and sub him or ground and pound him, or he'll do what he's gonna do. Stand with him, bang, and drop him. So, pretty simple. Give me Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout in first. Not much to it. Should win pretty easily. And, yeah, not much else to it. I don't know how Hooker could even win this fight. I don't think toughing it out is going to work anymore because I don't think he can. He can't grapple. He's not hurt. He's not knocking out Benoit. So, yeah, give me Benoit by knockout in the first pretty easily. Not much else to it. Hopefully Hooker retires after this or gets cut, and then you can go do BKFC or whatever. Very simple. So, give me Benoit to make the crowd very unhappy. And then the lame event of the evening. We finally made it. Finally, we get to the main event. The fight no one asked for, wanted, or needed. We have the main event, a pointless, stupid rematch that makes no fucking sense and is gonna be probably as lame as the first one. We have to end UFC 325 for at least first real title fight of the year. Too bad it's the one no one wanted, and we all know it should be Lerone Murphy. We have Alexander the Great Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. The rematch less than a year in the making, following a fight that sucked first time. Yeah, I don't fucking see why we're doing this fight again at all. It wasn't good the first time. I don't see it being good the second time. Volk ran away for the first fight and won. More than likely gonna happen again. I don't have to do a recap on what they've done lately, because only one fight has happened between these two since the last fight. And it was Diego beating Gene Silva. Good win. You're not human. Cool. I'll tell you that. What the fuck is there to say? This is the same fight we saw less than a year ago and it sucked. Volk just ran away. Oh boy. The only thing that makes this fight interesting is if Diego can clip him and knock him out. Maybe he does, and part of me says hopefully he does. But I feel like it's too good to be fucking true. Volk's the favorite, everyone's picking him. 37 years old. He should win. Volk should do the same thing he did the first time. The UFC's handing him a nice win. Maybe he retires here, which if so, fine. I'm a little more okay for it, because we didn't want to see him go out on a loss to Lerone Murphy, because A, that's the fight that should be happening, and B, he would lose that fight. But if you want him to go out on a win, give him Monthar. He would easily beat Eviliev, but UFC's fucking stupid. And I hate to talk bad about this fight or these two kids. Who doesn't love Volkanovski and who doesn't love Diego? But this fight's stupid. People said the first fight was dumb. They were wrong. That fight made sense. They were two best with Ilya gone. Now Diego's still great. Diego is still you can make a case for him being the second best featherweight, but he just lost. If this card made any sense, then the main event would be Volk and Lerone, and the co-main would be Eviliev and Lopez, or Volk and Eviliev and Lopez Lerone. Either or would be fine. This is stupid. I would rather saw Sterling, for fuck's sake, get the shot here. It'd make more sense. It is just dumb. I don't think it's gonna be a good fight. If the first fight was good, okay, even that would make it like, okay, fine. The first fight sucked, and I don't see this fight being much better. Volk's probably gonna run away and win again. Give me Volk by decision. I'd be a little annoyed if you lose now, because I got both fights wrong, picking Lopez the first time and Volk the second. But I think this Volk knows how to beat him. If he can just keep himself from getting knocked out, should win. Give me Volk by decision. Not very much else to say there. Why? Why is it not Lerone and Volk? I don't fucking get it, but whatever. I forgot Volk was even champion for most of last year. Love Volk, love Diego, but this fight sucks and it's stupid. And fuck, I'd rather this fight not happen and it's Benoit Hooker fight night. It'd be better. But whatever. Give me Volk by decision. Same boring fight as before. Maybe even worse. And there you go. Not very much else to say. Can Diego clip him and win? Of course. Will he? Probably not. Not very much else to say. Give me Volk. Even though I would be more than happy if Diego knocked him out, I don't see it. So, and still, boring decision to end the night. And with that being said, only 90 minutes, didn't go 2 hours like the last video. Boom. That was the card. To go over my picks one more time. Suling Rainbow by decision. Sebastian Sesley by decision. Don Morfan by decision. Yiza by decision. Johnson McAuliffe by decision. Torres Finney by decision. Cam Ralston by knockout in the first. Billy Adekana by decision. Quillen Sal killed my luck of the night by knockout in the first. Taushin Teixeira by knockout in the first. Rafael Fiziev by decision. Benoit Saint-Denis by knockout in the first. And Alexander Volkanovski and still by decision. Bang. The elephant in the room. Why so many fucking decisions? I'm not sure what other fights really could be a finish that I didn't say, that I didn't pick finish for. Super unlikely in the main event. Unlikely, maybe, good chance of it actually. Nope, maybe, not high on that, probably not, maybe. So if I had to pick another finish, I'd probably say Elkanah or Yiza, and I'm not even fully confident in that, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we get all finishes, of course, but those are my picks, and yeah, for a card that is pretty shit. Again, outside of Benoit, Sal killed, and Road to UFC, is there anything good on this card? No. We already lost a fight in the Aaron Tao fight, which was actually going to be great. And what else do we gotta look forward to? Rufi and Fiziev? Lame. Rematch no one wanted? Lame. Tai Tuivasa? Lame. A bunch of shitty Apex level prelims outside of McAuliffe, which is alright. Lame. I keep saying I feel bad for the Aussies, and I'm sorry for them. I want to say sorry. You keep getting garbage. You deserve better. And, I don't know why Dana hates you and keeps feeding you shit, but he does, and it sucks, but what can you do, huh? Yeah. So, and actually, what would be the record of the Aussies if I got everything right? 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-4, that doesn't count, 4-5, 4-6, 5-6, right? Count that right? 1 loss, 1 win, 2 wins, 2 losses, 3 wins, 3 losses, 4 wins, 4 losses, 5 losses, 6 losses, and then I guess I did go 5-6. So, and if you want to count Rufi because he trained to Volk, then that'd be another L. And again, you can't count this because they're fighting each other. So, and if you want to take away count awfully, then fine. What 5-5? Ooh. So, and yeah, there you go. Yeah, card's pretty bad. Usually didn't wait long to bring out the garbage, but hopefully knock on someone. The card's better than expected. and overperforms, and we'll see though. You'll find out if it did on Sunday when I do the recap. Hopefully saying good things about this card, but I wouldn't hold my breath. We'll see. We'll find out. And yeah, I'm intrigued. Excited? No. Intrigued? Sure. And yeah, not really much else to say there. It's something. It's fucking something, alright. See what happens, man. See what happens. Hey, we got a live cancellation. I literally clicked on the Tau fight as it got pulled from Tapology. That was cool. No more fights get canned, please. Let's just enjoy the last day before fights and go from there. So there you go. We'll see what happens in the recap. I'll be live Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night for the pre-party, after-party, and hangover of the COD. And yeah, we'll have some shorts out over the next couple days, so keep an eye out for those. And I think that's about that. So I believe the only thing I have to say now is, of course, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn subscribe by the end of 2026. And as always, I'm going to say something which I don't believe I am. This poster is really cool. I'll give him that. Best part of the card. I would hang that on my wall. And as always, RX out. Good vibes only. And always, Aussies, you deserve better than this.